don't want to hang out with a bunch of wannabe corporate sellouts. I'm going to form my own band, and we are going to start a revolution, okay? And you're going to be a funny little footnote on my epic ass.
Hello everyone and welcome to our universe.
The CayVin Universe.
Oh yes, so we are your host. I'm Vinny.
And I'm Caylin.
You can find us on social media at the CayVin Universe.
Or you can email us at thecayvinuniverse@gmail.com.
Oh yes. So how you doing today, Caylin?
I'm doing good. Feeling good. It's Friday. You know what that means. Can have a drink.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a good Friday. Well, unfortunately, it was bad for me.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
you know,
I'm sorry, babe.
It happens. Some bad Jack in the Box, I guess. So
it was pretty good for me. I tried this new thing. Apparently, I tried one of those munchie meals, right, where we both did. You just got like the burger, and
no,
which
I
guess
think
was bad.
I think that's why I got sick, because the burger I got was just a weird contraption.
No, if anybody was gonna get sick, it was gonna be me. Cause what was I eating? A chicken tater melt?
A chicken and a hash
something?
brown on a croissant.
I don't know.
I took
didn't
one
even
bite
finish
and
it.
I felt grease.
Yeah.
On it. Let me put this away from me.
I don't know what that sauce was that was on there actually.
It was not Szechuan sauce, that's for sure. All right, so today we're gonna go ahead and go over now that gyms are open again, and we're like, I guess, a week in, and I can tell. I mean, from working at a gym, it was pretty slow. There was about like an average of during the day 20 people in the gym at a time.
Which was
it's
surprising.
Really, yeah, it is.
I feel like
exactly.
everybody wanted to just go back.
I thought it would, but it's just really the regulars that are back.
True.
But we're getting so many people that are canceling their memberships, and so many people are, using
They're just not ready. I mean, I don't blame them. So.
Well, yeah, and then even everyone that's like over 60, because I've heard that a lot. Oh, I want to cancel my membership because I'm over 60, and they're saying people over 60 need to stay indoors. So I'm like, yeah, totally.
You know how many people come into my work that are over 60 that don't even come in with a mask?
Yeah, see,
it freaks me
there's
out.
some ballsy people that.
Yeah.
Well, because I met one lady. I met one lady yesterday that was signing up for a membership, and she was an older lady, and I guess a lot of people are religious, so they go by this motto. Yeah. But she's like, "Oh, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go."
Oh my god!
It's like,
okay, way to make me feel awkward.
You could prevent
honestly.
that. Yeah, you can prevent your time to go. It's not just about your quote unquote time to go. Just take care of yourself, people. Oh, people. Let's see here. So, speaking of gyms being back, we're going to go ahead and talk about our, we made a list. We did. I went through my workout playlist on Spotify, and what do you have, Apple Music?
Yeah, Apple Music.
Yeah, they're both pretty much the same, tomatoes. I mean, they're same, but different. Well, I just got whatever's free. I got Xbox Live, of course.
You're right. I pay for Apple Music. Yeah. I forget about that.
I still haven't paid for my Spotify yet. I have 6 months free because if you're an Xbox Live member, they give you. Well, you should be able to as well.
I should, yeah.
Yeah, they give you 6 months free.
Well, no, you gifted me on Xbox, and I never really redeemed it, so I don't even know if there's an expiration date on
I remember when I gave you a $5 gift on Fortnite. It was like skin and a pickaxe and all that, and you never redeemed it, so it just expired, and like you never got it. And I was just literally like, as if I just got a $5 bill and just lit it on fire.
I know. Well, Christ, I didn't really get on Fortnite before, and like now I don't. I'm more of an Overwatch kind of guy.
Kind of guy?
Yeah.
You mean kind of gal?
Kind of gal.
Yeah,
I don't say that, gal. What?
Yeah, but you don't say kind of guy. Oh, I don't know.
Okay, says the person that calls me dude all the time and bro. Like, what the fuck?
Only when I get mad because I know it makes you angry.
No. Or when we're like really into a story and we think of something else, we're like, dude.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
everybody, I think. But
yeah. Well, speaking of music and speaking of Fortnite, something we hadn't talked about yet, that Fortnite Travis Scott concert. Travis Scott concert.
Yeah.
I really didn't care or know who Travis Scott was at that concert.
Nope, he didn't. And then suddenly,
I
come home one day, right? Because the concert's like at 5. I don't get out till 5:36, and I come home and suddenly he's a Travis Scott fan. I was like, no.
I wasn't Travis. It's just all his music was in my head from the concert because I watched that. I played through that concert like twice, and then I watched it on YouTube multiple times. So for those of you that don't know, on the game Fortnite, they had a mode where you went, into the island, because in Fortnite it's just basically one island. It's not like Call of Duty where there's multiple, like they call them maps, where it's like different stages basically in different layouts. Fortnite is just one. They just have one map. Of course, they keep it interesting because they have it change over time. Like sections of the map will change, and then they'll add new stuff. And then of course, with what happened recently, they just like wiped out Fortnite for like 2 days, where you couldn't even get on for 2 days, and then they created a whole new map.
That was a while back.
Yeah, exactly. Because technically right now we're in Fortnite Chapter 2. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So they had a mode, you had to go on a certain day and a certain time, but you go into the island with other people, and, it eventually gets to the point where you can't have weapons, you can't kill anyone. Yeah. You're just,
that's the
moving
crazy
normally.
Part. It's like the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, and then like they had where each button you hit was a different emote, and it was like related to Travis Scott. And then they had this little stage set up with this little microphone, and you think Travis Scott is gonna come perform, but then by the time he comes out, they have a elaborate intro with the Astroworld, and by the time he comes out, he's literally giant. He takes up the whole map, and then he's performing, and our cat is like, I think our cat is hungry.
Yeah. I'll feed her.
So yeah, even though like I didn't know who Travis Scott was, I was just like, by the element of like Fortnite is a live game. It's not like a game like some. I don't know if some people still think of gaming as like old school, where it's like you put in a disc or a cartridge, and then
some people probably do.
Yeah. Excuse me. And then you just play the game how it was made, and there's no nowadays there's actual live updates to games, and Fortnite is a game that's like basically always online. You're always Overwatch. Interacting with people. Overwatch as well. It's like you can't have those games unless you're online, unless you're interacting with people all over the world. So to see something like that basically in real time, you have this live epic animation game concert where you can still control your character.
Control what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. You had this whole concert, and you can look around how you wanted to. I mean, obviously that's pretty much, I think that's going to be the future of concerts and things like that. I mean, of course, probably for the next 50 to 100 years, you're still going to have concerts the way you have them, but I think the more we advance, the more we're going to develop where people are going to start doing virtual concerts, because they had the Travis Scott, and now they're going to have then they had the Marshmello, or was it Marshmello? No, Steve Aoki. Yeah. And some other DJs.
Marshmello was the first one before Travis Scott.
Yeah, exactly. But and Marshmello, I think they had it where you like went to you were just in space, and there was like chunks of land in space you just hopped to. But Travis Scott, they had a whole where he was like giant. I love how
he was giant.
Yeah, and then it was on. Cool. He was walking around the map. Then it was on fire. Then you're underwater, and then like you're in space, and it was just crazy.
You're at Astroworld.
Yeah, exactly. So that was pretty cool. So like me, I'm a fan of Fortnite, obviously. Like we'll talk about this later, but I have a love-hate relationship with Fortnite. But since I'm a fan of Fortnite, I was curious, and I was just blown away by the by how they had it all set up, and then that made me a fan of Travis Scott. Because normally I don't like that type of music. I'm more of a metalhead, but it made me like Travis Scott. But all right, let's go and start number 10.
Okay, so when I made this list, I thought, okay, let me just write my top 10, as in they're all my favorites. So I'm just gonna list, one by one down the list.
So yours is in no specific order?
No specific order.
Okay, so yours is in no specific order, but mine is.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
No, okay, so we'll do it differently. That's cool. So you run through yours first, and then I'll run through mine.
Mine are just my all 10 favorite. Same. I love them all the same.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so on the top of my list, I have the band Crown the Empire. 2 songs, actually. Machines and Memories of a Broken Heart.
Nice.
You actually introduced me to these songs, and I've loved them ever since. Crown the Empire is actually, one of my favorite bands.
I should add them to my playlist. They still
wouldn't. They're good. Yeah, I hear it when they have a new song and everything.
Yeah, they're still good, but they wouldn't be my top 10. But just because they're not hard enough for a quote unquote workout. But overall, I think
they're good.
Yeah, they have a spot in my top 10 like of all time.
Yeah, they're definitely one of the bands that like when you try and tell me like that metal is like way deep. As far as like the message, they're definitely one that I can actually understand the message, because a lot of metal you can't even understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna understand the message? But Crown the Empire, they're good. I can understand the words they're saying. They're considered metal, rock. So I don't know. They're good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, and then metal is like, I was looking into this today. There's because I was like, what type of metal is it that I like? Because, there's a lot of metals out there. There's bronze, there's copper. I mean, I'm just kidding.
What? No, you just like the one that's like,
I've been waiting to use that joke, people. Oh, man.
You hear what I said?
What'd you say?
You just like the rock punk music that's like, rah.
Well, okay, so I looked this up, and this is interesting. Okay, so this is how many types of metal music there are out there. Okay, I'll just name a few. Okay, there's heavy metal, there's death metal, there's glam metal, there's black metal, there's metalcore, there's thrash metal, there's progressive metal, there's grindcore, there's gothic metal, there's doom metal, there's power metal, there's rap metal, there's groove metal, there's alternative metal, there's drone metal, crossover trash metal, and metalcore. Am I missing any? That's just a few.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you sure?
There's gothic metal, just to name another one. Okay, so I narrowed it down, and okay, so if I had to pick,
you narrowed that entire list down.
Yeah, well, because I started looking up the main bands I listen to, what type it is, and it's broken down to post-hardcore, symphonic metal, and metalcore. And then you can also include alternative metal in there, because like Motionless and White, they're kind of alternative, but like a band like Motionless and White, right? yeah, exactly. They started off as like pretty much like heavy metal, and now they're just like getting poppy. It fucking sucks. But anyway, if anyone wants to know that, I mean, because to any average person, because music that you like R&B or rap, that's what's really popular in America today.
I think I have like a big wide variety of
I
like definitely like I like country and I like the music you listen to.
Obviously. You do, but I feel like for the majority of like, I wouldn't say the world, but at least America, majority of people like rap and pop. Metal or metalcore, symphonic metal, all the shit I'm into isn't really popular right now. But then that's another reason why I like it. I feel like it's closer to me than than other types of popular pop music, because I feel like it's in a group of just certain people that know about this music. So anyway, go ahead and continue naming yours.
Oh, you sure you don't want to go one by one?
No, you go and then I'll go.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm taking a drink break. I just at the end.
No.
And I'm sorry if you hear me chewing ice. It's my habit. I love it. Sonic ice. I get it from my mom.
Nice.
Okay, next on my list, back to the topic of Travis Scott. Can't go wrong with any of his songs, honestly.
Yeah,
especially on the Astroworld album. So I have written down, obviously, Sicko Mode, Stargazing, Butterfly Effect, any of those. Honestly, the entire album, and I'm going to say that again later on, about somebody else. So when we get there. Got me stargazing, sipping on perfume like the Barbie. Whatever I done, it got me going crazy. Psychedelics got me going crazy. Made this here with all the ice on in the booth. At the gate outside, when they pull up, they give me loose. Yeah, jump out, boys. That's Nike boys hopping our coast. This shit way too big. When we pull up, give me the loot. Give me the loot. Was off the Remy, had up at post. M&M's, we like candy cane. Drop the top, pop it, let it bang. Pop it, for this life I cannot change. It is, deep off in the vein. M&M's, we like candy cane. Drop the top, pop it, let it bang. All the ones, all the chains piled on the mantle. All the
the dogs low creep right behind me in the phantom. Yeah, never go dip on the set.
All right, that's good. Yeah, Travis Scott. Like I said, I really didn't know that.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
I was a Travis Scott fan before Fortnite, so
yeah. Well, because I would say too, I listen to mostly. You know, I'm lazy with finding new music.
Yeah.
So I mostly only listen to bands that I know and I have known for years.
I mean, that's understandable.
Yeah, but then when I'm not opposed, just because I like metal and all that shit doesn't mean I'm not opposed to liking rap or rap. I was gonna say rock and rap together. I'm not opposed to liking rap or R&B like The Weeknd, or I'm not opposed to liking country. I mean, country would be the lowest on my list, but there is a few country songs, mostly like the songs that my dad would listen to growing up, because my dad was into country and Spanish music. It's funny.
There's nothing against Tejano music because, like, I feel some of the songs are good, you know.
Yeah.
When you're drunk and you're like at a party or something, you know, then that's
like
when they hit
dancing,
differently.
The dancing Spanish songs, those are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I like. But like, as far as like listening to it on a daily basis, I don't know about that. Maybe it's just because I don't know Spanish, because I don't understand it. But I mean, actually, I do understand it, but I feel like it gets way more complex when it's like music.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
just like when you watch a novella. It's I don't know.
Oh, people.
I honestly, when I was little, let me just tell you, I couldn't get away from the novellas because my mom would watch. You know, my mom is Caucasian, so she's white. No, she is.
Oh, okay.
My mom is white, and you know, she has like she's just your typical, you know, big blue eyes, you know. But when I was little, she would watch soap operas. And then
Jesus.
I would go to my grandma's house and she's watching the Spanish version, which are the novellas. And I'm like, I can't get away.
Oh, my God.
So it's like,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Such a hard knock life.
Okay.
What's next on your list, Caylin?
Okay, so we went over the Travis Scott, right? Okay, guys, we finished Cobra Kai. Or at least I did. He did for the second time. We finished Cobra Kai. And all I can say is if you haven't seen it, or if, you know, you...
Oh, yes. I've seen it twice. And I'm drinking a Coors Banquet because advertising in shows does work.
I literally got the Coors Banquet. I brought it home. And he literally goes, I feel like Johnny Lawrence. Like, what?
Advertising works, people. They got me.
It literally does. He literally had no
me.
idea about this beer until he watched Cobra Kai again and was like, wow, I want to try a Coors Banquet. You know?
Speaking of which, you go ahead and go over your next one, and I will go get another Coors Banquet because call me Johnny.
Can you actually
Lawrence.
fill up my cup? Actually, can you bring that bottle of margarita over here
my
so
God,
I can tell people about it?
getting...
Because I'm on my third glass already, and this is amazing.
It's the weekend, people. We're getting back to work.
The 3-day weekend, Memorial Day.
3-day weekend. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, technically, I have a 3-day weekend, too, but... Just because I was sick this morning.
Yeah, not by choice.
But
or
good thing
is
about
it by choice?
Huh?
Or no?
Well, I mean, I didn't choose to fucking
you didn't choose to
food.
fucking barf your guts out.
That's a good thing about stomach bugs, though. You know, you feel like shit for like a couple hours,
and then it's just gone, right?
You know,
and you're
like
what the
maybe
fuck?
about
What did I do to deserve
so about
this?
48 hours, you're just shitting and throwing up, and you're good to go after. You know, that's how it goes. Yeah. All right. So what's your next song?
Yeah, bring that bottle over here. Let me tell you about my next song, guys.
All right.
Okay. So we finished Cobra Kai, right? And I'm telling you, if you haven't watched it by now, you need to. And if you're in the middle of it, fucking beware, because you're gonna fucking bawl your eyes out, okay? And during the scene where, you know, you're gonna know what scene I'm talking about, trust me, okay? And during that scene, they're actually playing a song, right? And then while we were watching it, I Shazammed it. And it's actually by somebody named Carrie Camille, which is weird because you don't think, oh my God, I would never, you know, work out to chick music with a chick singing. But I'm telling you, this is crazy because, you know, when you hear it, it's just going to be, you know, it's going to be worth it. It's going to go with what's going on. And maybe I should say what it's called. So it's by Carrie Camille. It's called Cruel Summer. You can find it on Apple Music, and it's considered a Cobra Kai bonus track. So yeah, like I said, you can find it on Apple Music, and I'm telling you, it'll be worth it. It's a fucking good song.
Yeah, they had a good soundtrack on that show.
I already know the words. I've been listening to it. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a really good soundtrack on that show. That was really good.
Yeah.
It's a cruel summer.
By the way, I followed everybody on Instagram already.
Oh my God.
That's exactly what I did when we
Jesus
first started
Christ,
watching
people.
Umbrella Academy. By the way, guys, Umbrella Academy back July 31st.
fuck
I can't
yes.
fucking wait. I thank you for getting me into that show.
Oh my God, I love that show so much.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't even.
Another show that you watched on your own and you were like, you have to watch it. You convinced me, and I'm so glad.
No, my brother got me into it. My oldest brother got me into it. He's like,
Rudy.
you gotta watch this show. You're gonna love this
Has
show.
JR seen it?
Yeah, JR
other
and Rudy
brother?
saw it at the same time when he first came out, and then they
Yeah.
were like, "You gotta watch this show. You gotta watch this show." I watched. My brother sat down with me and watched like the first and I think the second episode, and I was hooked. The next thing you know, 3 days later, I had finished it, and my brother's
Literally,
like, "You literally
I swear to
just
God,
dipped
guys,
like 10
literally
hours into it."
Any time of the day, I'm asking him, "What are you doing for 3 days straight?" And he's like, "Watching Cobra Kai." Like,
No, we're talking about Umbrella Academy.
oh yeah, Umbrella Academy. But you did the same thing with Cobra Kai. That's
Yeah,
why I'm
exactly.
thinking
Yeah,
of that.
when I get into a show, I go fucking balls
Straight,
deep.
yeah.
Yeah, just straight.
You're like the definition of binge.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't
I'm
you don't like delay any
like
show that
it's
you
like my
watch.
face just gets sucked into the screen.
That's what she said.
Yeah. No! Oh wait, that's the wrong one.
No! God, please, no!
Please,
No! No! No!
You failed me, Cosmo.
That's what she said.
That was no, that's not for that line. That's for
I know
when I
for
was.
the previous.
Oh Jesus Christ, I'm a mess. Oh, okay. So what do you got next on your list, Caylin?
Sorry guys, I lost the list. Give me a second. Okay, so. Okay, yeah, back. We didn't actually end on that song. You need to listen to it. It's super good. Yes. And then let me tell you, after you watch the scene in Cobra Kai that I'm talking about, and you listen to the song at the same time, anytime you listen to that song, you're gonna think of this scene, and it's just gonna fucking depress you. Okay, that's it. So
I
next
hate
one on my
music
list.
like that. Like
What?
I love it, but I hate it. I hate
It
music.
depresses you.
No. Music that
Oh.
makes you think of a certain thing or certain topic, or
Yeah.
maybe music that makes you think about a certain time in your
Yeah.
life. Like there's some songs that I love and I have loved, but then when I listen to them now, like or I haven't heard them in a long time,
Yeah.
and I hear them again, I'm like, oh, that reminds me of like this time of my life, and then it kind of makes me not interested in listening to it on a daily basis.
Yeah,
And it's weird.
No,
It's
I get
weird.
it.
I wonder if other people have that issue.
I'm sure.
Oh, well.
I'm sure.
All right. So next on your list, Caylin.
Can't go wrong with Drake. And honestly, the only song that I actually have noticed that I can work out to is Nonstop, of course, because of the beat, you know.
I just flip the switch, flip. I don't know nobody else that's doing this. Body start to drop, ayy, hit the floor. Now they wanna know me since I hit the top, ayy. This a rolling, not a stop. Watch, don't never stop. This the flow that got the block hot.
Nice.
Can't go wrong.
I don't know what that song is.
Yeah,
but
you've never heard it, but when you hear it, and I don't know, you may not, but maybe you'll be like, it just gets you kind of like pumped.
And
You
it's it's funny because there was a time in my life when I was more into rap than I was into metal, just for a period, just for a
Really?
short, like I would say, like
that.
a couple year period in my life. I don't know what was going on. But so like I started listening to Drake when Drake. It was around the time when Drake first came out with Lil Wayne.
Like
of
what
course.
song?
Well, the first song I could think of is like Ransom. That's the first song he came out with Lil Wayne, I think. And then I mean, I just remember him from being in Lil Wayne songs.
Yeah.
Because I like Lil Wayne. I follow Lil Wayne pretty much. Well, I would say midway. I started the Carter 2. I think that's when I started listening to Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I knew Drake when it first came out. Then of course I started listening more to metal once I became more free with myself. It's a deeper story, but we'll go into that another time, I guess. But anyway, so once I started listening to metal again, you know, I just fell out of it. And so it's like, it's always funny. It's like when you think of artists, like for instance, Tyler the Creator, you're showing me new Tyler the Creator songs, and I was like, oh look, let me show you this song from when he first came out. And then it's like they evolved me, you know, because I just grew out of it basically. I listened to more deeper.
And honestly, artists nowadays, like the shit that they used to, you know, make and sing is completely different than what they try and do now. Like, remember when Taylor Swift was all country and now she's all like more pop and like dance, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that's why I just love metal, because it's just metal.
Yeah.
Except I guess you can say there's other bands like that in metal, like Motionless and White. They're becoming fucking poppy, and I hate it. I have actually Motionless and White twice in my list. They're the only band that I have twice in my list because they used to have badass fucking workout songs, but now their new album that just came out last year, I think it was 2019, it just it's not them, and it just
Wow.
it sucks how.
I bet
I
that,
mean,
yeah, that does.
that's how it goes. I mean, right now pop is what is selling.
Yeah.
You know, no, I mean, metal had its time, I guess you can say, in the 80s and early 90s when you had hair metal, and then I guess when you grew into grunge music, and I guess you can say early 2000s, but it still wasn't as big when you had like the whole quote unquote emo phase that I was heavily involved in.
With the eyeliner and all.
Yeah, but I think just rap and pop and R&B is just what the majority of the world, or at least the majority of America, is into. So it sucks that metal takes a back seat, especially when I love that type of music. But then, like I said, it makes it feel like, you know, it's kind of underground. So it kind of makes me feel like that's just my personality to begin with, is, you know, just not of the norm, and you stray away from the, you know, the crowd, of the sheep. You know, I'm just going to go ahead and, well, I'll talk about it later. I have a point to make about an old song that's on my list. But so what's next, Caylin?
Okay, so I have The Weeknd, and I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but I think it's Gesaffelstein. He's like a DJ.
Okay.
Gesaffelstein, Gesaffelstein. I don't know how you would pronounce the G.
Gesaffelstein.
No.
He's not Russian?
I don't think, no.
Gesaffelstein. Hey, my name is Gesaffelstein.
I don't think so.
You want me to DJ your party?
The Weeknd.
I go perform with The Weeknd. I DJ.
Oh my
yes,
God.
we have a good time.
We have a good time on the weekend with
yes,
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd. We have a good time on the weekend with The Weeknd. Hey. Oh, now he just turned Italian.
No, he's fucking Italian.
Now he's
What
Italiano.
is he, Russian or Italian?
Hey. We eat some pizza. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, people.
Italian.
Hey, I'm Italian, so I'm allowed to say that.
Okay, so the song is called "Lost in the Fire." It's really good. It's really good.
Nice.
Yeah, I love the. Ow! She's biting my freaking ankle.
Who, the
Ow!
cat?
Yes. Who else? She's
Oh my
biting
god,
my
she
ankle.
plays so much. She's like always just literally we're
crazy.
trying to sleep and she's just jumping up and down, and then we hear her on the floor just
She's fast.
like literally I was trying to sweep the house earlier and she was just attacking the broom and running away and attacking and running away.
And you know what
I
she
love her
loves?
so
Logan's
much.
hairballs.
Yes, she loves
Or
playing with
husky.
Logan's hairballs, and she loves sleeping on his tail. And you could tell because we have a big 75-pound husky in our house, and she sleeps on his tail because he's obviously furry and warm, and you can tell he gets annoyed by it, but eventually he gives in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting jealous right now.
Yeah, why? Because we give her more attention.
I'm like rubbing her with my feet, and he came,
he crawled under.
He came under the table, and I can feel him now.
Because
He's
there's
like,
a
"What
new
about
there's a
me?"
new one. There's a new animal in the house. So he's like, oh, look, he's over here
She's
on
a
me
little
now.
baby. Yeah. But back to the song "Lost in the Fire." It's just it's really good. You know, I'd never listened to any of because Gesaffelstein, he's kind of like Marshmello.
Oh, okay.
Like the DJ, you know,
Yeah.
type person. So he just does like the beat, and the beat is just so good. Like I work out to it.
I'm tired of being home alone. Used to have a girl a day, but I want you to stay. I want you to
Yeah, like, well, obviously, like the beat that's going on right now, guys. I don't know if this whole time you can hear it in the background, but our neighbor plays music really, really loud. I mean, I don't mind. I don't care.
Yeah, no, we
obviously,
don't.
but if you can hear on the podcast, that's what it is. I mean, I'm not a douche. I live my life and mind my business. I mean, it's really not bothering us.
Exactly.
You know, if it does, we just play our shit louder.
And it's
that's
weird
it.
because we actually know like kind of like his schedule.
Right, like
he'll
when
do
he plays
it's,
music.
It's like Friday nights and Saturday evenings and like Sunday mornings. It's so weird. It's different. I don't know.
Yeah,
and I
it's
wonder
hard.
what he
He
does.
plays a lot of pop music. That's what basically it is.
Sometimes I sing along to his Taylor Swift.
Yeah, there's some songs he'll play and it's so loud we can hear it through the walls. We
We
just start
fucking sing
dancing.
along
Yeah,
sometimes.
we start dancing and
Yep.
singing like shit.
That's exactly what we do.
Oh, loud is not in my vocabulary. So what's left on your list?
I think I only have like 2 songs. Let me see. So
Okay, so no, hold on. You have 2 songs left or 3?
Yeah, 2.
Okay, so we'll save your last 2 for after my list. If you want to just go ahead and go on to my list.
Yeah.
All right, nice. So number 10, I have I think it's Nihilist. I'm not a good reader, people. Nihilist by the Architects. They're a UK metal band. I actually, when I moved over to the city, would say about 2 years ago. That's when I discovered them. Yeah, like I said, they're a metal band from the UK, and it's just I don't even know how to explain it.
I felt I could see your eyes of light. He said, look at the fucking mess they made. They treat their hearts if they were made to go. We are beggars. We are so fucking right. Oh, once upon a time we had the world.
I love music that's like not just like music. It's deeper than that. It's like the lyrics and meanings behind it. So the Architects really are good with that. Like what I mean by that is like, okay, so when you have metal, you have the music first. That's the first thing you hear. And yes, there is screaming involved, but the type of metal that I'm into, there's also like choruses where there is like singing and no like screaming.
Yeah.
But so first thing you hear is the music. You hear the drums, you hear the guitar, you hear the bass, and then of course you hear the screaming. And yes, with metal, it's hard to understand the words, but I think that's also the beauty of it, because it allows you to actually listen to the music first and the melody and the tone of the song.
Yeah.
And then you get a perspective on the song based on that. There's a lot of songs that I love just because the drums are badass or the melody or the beat is badass.
Oh, yeah.
And then the badass thing about like metal is you hear the screaming and it goes along with the beat and it goes along with the melody. So I obviously like that. But then once you look up the lyrics of words that because you catch a lot of words.
Yeah,
But once you look up the actual lyrics and you see how the words are formed and like the meaning of the song, it's super deep. And then like, I'm sorry, but look at pop and R. There is a lot of good pop and R&B songs and meaningful songs, but it's mostly about certain topics like women and money and cars and
Pussy.
Yeah, exactly. Having all this jewelry and being the top, I'm the top fucking dog and blah blah blah.
Yeah. I remember that one song where he was like, I'm fucking her upside down.
Yeah, and it's like this is what the majority of the world listens to, and it's like, why when you have like other songs that like we need to do that on a podcast one day. Like we're gonna compare rap and the top rap and R&B songs. We're gonna pair those lyrics with actual like the metal songs that came out around the same time, because metal lyrics are just so deep. I mean, that's what it is. Metal is basically like a poem for how you feel, and that's why there's a lot of screaming, because a lot of metal bands are, it's a lot of deep, dark shit. But I get it. That's people don't like that because people don't want to feel those emotions. People don't want to connect with themselves that deep. I understand that. They want to be happy. They want to be vibey. They want to, party. They want to just be uplifting. So they want their music to reflect that. So I totally get it. So that's why only certain type of people would be into metal, and that's why it's not as big as it is. Regardless, so number 9, I originally had Lost in the Static by After the Barrel for number 9, but I reevaluated it, and I'm actually going to go with The River from Wage. I always have a hard time saying this, man. Wage War.
Wage War.
Rage War.
Wage
Wage, like with a W. Rage War.
No, wage.
Wage War.
Okay.
I guess I wasn't enough for you.
I've had a speech impediment since I was a kid, so I never fully got over it. Yeah, it was fucking sucks. I was a kid that when we'd play dodgeball in PE or we go to recess, I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to play, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, oh, Vinny, you got to come with us. You got to take speech classes.
I fucking hated that. When they would pull me out of PE and shit.
Yes, fucking shit.
No, but I remember as I got older, when I was in 5th grade, it was either to go to PE or be pulled out for guitar lessons.
What?
And I actually took guitar lessons.
That's actually pretty cool.
I know, but the last time I played was in 5th grade, so I wouldn't know shit now.
Oh, well. That's how it goes, I guess. People. All right, so number 8, I have Orphan by Slipknot. This is off of their latest album, which they had a lot of great songs off this latest album, but I chose one that wasn't just one of the popular songs off their album, and one that has a badass meaning, badass beat, badass melody. And I just love their lead singer Corey Taylor. I just love his voice because he can, because like there's a lot of bands that I like that have two singers. They actually have a person that just sings like actual vocals, and then they have a person that screams in the points of the songs where it's needed.
Yeah.
But like I feel like Corey Taylor from Slipknot can like do both perfectly, and that's why it's so badass. But anyway, so moving on, number 7, the first of 2 Motionless in White songs I have on my list. Like I said, Motionless in White is the only band to be on my list twice. So for number 7, I have Devil's Night by Motionless in White. Oh, that's such a badass song.
Yeah.
God, that's such a badass. I don't even know. I mean, I don't even need to further explain it. I'll play, you'll hear a clip of it after this. And that's just a song that just gets me pumped in the gym. For the longest time, I always have, okay, so for my list, and right now it would technically be number 1 on my list. This song I would consider at one point number 1 on my list, because this list is really subjective to the time. You can ask me what's my top 10 list next week, and it may be different. It'll be different from this list probably. So
See, I know
that's just exactly. That's just how it goes. But there was at one point in time, so I always consider the number 1 song on my list to be the song that I deadlift to, and I was gonna say fucking deadlift to, because just thinking about it makes me just pumped. So the number 1 song on my list is a song that I deadlift to, and at one point it was Devil's Night, but that song's been out for a while, so of course songs take that place. But speaking of, relative to the time, number 6, I have From Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica. Now, this is interesting because this song is older than I am.
Wow.
This song, I can't remember, and I don't have my phone, and I don't really want to
Like WWE?
mess with the Google right now to look it up. But what?
Like WWE.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Older
Well,
than
this
this.
is even older. This is technically older than, well, I guess you could say Monday Night Raw. But this song, I can't remember. It's either 84 or 86. But the song this album is on came out in 84 or 86. I was born in 93. So this song is years older than I am.
Yep.
And this song is badass in 2020. And I can work out to it in 2020.
Yeah.
And I can
That's
sing
fucking
along to it
crazy.
and jam out to it in 2020. Do you think people are going to look at this fucking Gabba Yabba Gabba Doo song by this 6'9", 20,
By the baby.
20 plus years from now, or
Baby.
the baby? You think people are going to listen to this shit 20 years from now and be like, this is fucking badass? No. Yes, mumble rap is in. All these guys, SoundCloud rappers are in. Yeah, this is what people are into. Yeah, because with all the social media and with all the youth, you can find an audience out there, and everyone can find something that they belong to, and that's totally fine. I understand. But it doesn't have it has a timeline. I feel like metal, like Metallica is. I feel like Metallica is metal. Like I said, metal was around way before my time, so maybe I don't understand it the same way. Somebody older than me may understand it, but I feel like Metallica is basically metal. Of course, then you have you could argue other bands like Iron Maiden and stuff, but that's more like heavy metal. That's when you start branching off into the other types of metal. But anyway.
Take a look to the sky just before you die. It's the last time you will. Rock and roll.
So number 5 on my list, I have the other Motionless in White song is "Soft" by Motionless in White. Ironically enough, the song is called "Soft," but the song is fucking hard.
Awesome. Yeah.
Another
I would
badass
say
song.
awesome.
Yeah, anything like the thing I like about Motionless in White is like they talk shit in a lot of their songs, and I love that. Number 4, I have "Bury Your Pain" by another band I can't pronounce. Like Moth to Flames.
That's the name of the band?
Yeah.
Never heard.
Yeah. Oh my God, they're so badass. And this song, "Bury Your Pain," I think it's just a single they released because I don't think they're well known. They maybe have came out with just a few albums because I have friends that are metalheads as well and just listen to a lot of metal music. And I'll be like, hey, have you heard of the band Like Moth to Flames? And they're like, oh, not really. So I think they're not well known.
Yeah.
But their music is so badass. And like I said, so deep about life and about death and about religion. I love shit like that, you know, because it makes me think, you know, you have times where you want to listen to happy music, but like I said, my brain's weird. So majority of the time I just want to listen to some dark shit that makes me think about, you know, the universe itself.
Yeah.
Nothing will be waiting for you at the end of this war. So make your place for that when you become a celebrant to the world. There's no light to reach your way. The colors that you love begin to fade away. Fight to never die, but you can't. Fuck, wishing for better days. Wasting in the mess you make.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go over my last, or my 3 and my 2, and then before I go over my 1, I'll let you go over your last few.
Sure.
So just real quick, number 3, "Dethroned" by Bad Omens, another dark.
Oh, Bad Omens. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're pretty good when you put
they're
them on.
more like symphonic metal, you know.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, so they're a badass band. Number 2, something that you also like. "It Is the End" by Ice Nine Kills.
Just like Georgie, it's all out of hand. So join me. Da, 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 da. Catch me at the bed, bury at the ground. You know I'm not clowning around. Even with a smile, we're fucking here. It's everything you know, it's everything you feel. Colorful of colors.
Yes.
Because that basically they have a whole album called The Silver Scream, and each song is about a different horror movie.
It's so
you
fucking
have like
awesome.
obviously "It Is the End." Number 2 on my list is about the movie It, which like I've said before in the past podcast,
Yeah.
that I love that evil carnival
Yeah.
clown, and of course It obviously stands out to me.
Yeah, and he has the one. What is it about? He has one about Jason. One about
Yep.
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers.
One about
3 from Hell, Leatherface, Saw,
Leatherface, yeah.
Scream.
Yeah.
If I would have to replace the
3 from Hell.
yeah, they have a 3 from Hell songs.
Now I want to
Yeah.
listen to the song
Yeah.
again. Now that I
Nice.
just recently watched the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Now if I could replace "It Is the End" with another Ice Nine Kills song, it would probably be "Your Number's Up."
Yeah.
That's the one about Scream, and
Yeah.
it's just that's a badass
I
song.
like the one about Freddy Krueger.
Yes,
He's my favorite.
American
I've seen all the
Nightmare. I
Nightmare
think
on Elm
when you
Streets.
when you go on Nightmare, I think that's their number 2 most popular song.
Wow.
But yeah, so that album was badass, like the whole, and they even have on YouTube, they have a whole like music videos that's basically connects every horror movie song. Like I don't know, I can't even explain the story.
Yeah.
It's badass. You got to check it out. So
Yeah,
check out
definitely.
Ice Nine Kills, The Silver Screen.
Yeah. Do
Check
it.
out the videos they have on YouTube that all link together into like one fantastic story. It's pretty cool. But anyway, so before I hit my number 1, what's yours?
Okay, so where I left off at the Weeknd with the Lost in the Fire, right? So the next on my list would actually be another Weeknd song called "Party Monster."
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sounds
It sounds
like The
cool,
Weeknd.
right? Like it has a cool beat. It really does. Honestly.
How does it go? Ooh, I'm a party monster, yeah.
No, that was the most basic way to sing that song.
That's what I
It's
think
not.
when you say that.
Honestly, it's like shit, now you put me on the spot and I literally can't think how it goes.
That's how it goes? Oh,
No.
shit, you put me on the spot and I can't think how it goes.
I can't think about it. No.
Oh, my God. We are on another level.
We're in it.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, that's just pretty much
I'm not
it. You know,
taking
you just
any
gotta
of that
you
out.
know, when you hear these songs, trust me, you know, they'll come on, we'll play the little clips and stuff.
And I seen her get rich in the bowl. I seen her, I knew she had to know. I seen her take down that tequila, down by the leader. I knew I had to meet her. Ooh, she mine. Ooh, girl, bump and grind. Ooh, she mine.
You know?
Yeah. All right.
Okay, last on my list. And again, these are in no order, so don't think like, oh my god, this is her top workout.
Yes.
Because it's not. These are in no specific order at all. Honestly.
Yeah, so again, if you're just skipping through this podcast, Caylin is in no specific orders, but mine is.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so just the last one on my list, I guess you could say, not my number one, the last on my list, would be Kendrick Lamar featuring The Weeknd. And if you haven't noticed by now, The Weeknd is actually my favorite singer, and I'm pretty depressed to hear about his tour. So if you don't know yet, and
sucks.
I'm sorry, but yeah, you know what? It does fucking suck.
It
you know?
does, right?
It was for my fucking birthday. How can you do this? You know,
people
but
gotta be
I don't
safe.
know,
People gotta be safe.
I know,
but it's
still,
like I told
birthday.
you, people are pushing everything back to 2021. Like it's magically gonna.
Yeah, like it's all gonna be fucking.
like the coronavirus is gonna be like, oh, look, it's 2021. I better get out of here.
Let's fucking get out of here.
Yeah, no, it's still gonna be around. So it's like you might as well just cancel it. Don't postpone.
People are saying it's gonna get worse in the winter time when it gets cold.
Yeah, we're due for a second wave anytime.
And you know
now.
what? I have a bone to pick with the CDC. Okay.
What the fuck is that?
How the CDC? I don't know what it stands for. I just know it's called the CDC.
Cock, dick, cocks.
No, that's not it. It honestly, it may be for. You know what? Let me look it up. Okay.
This is not a family-friendly show, people.
Yeah, sorry, but Center for Disease Control.
Oh, okay.
I want to know why the Center of Disease Control is not telling us that the coronavirus, quote, does not spread easily, unquote.
No
Like,
one
what
knows
the fuck?
shit about
I'm tired
this.
of wearing this fucking damn
yeah,
mask.
No one knows shit
Nobody
about.
knows anything.
No, yeah, we've heard the story change 20 different times. I don't want to get into this topic, but
Did you hear weight loss is now a fucking side effect?
Oh my
like,
God.
okay,
Yeah.
like, what? How do we not know this in the beginning? This is just all fucking fake. I'm tired of it.
I don't know.
Just forget about it, honestly. I'm done with it, honestly.
Wait,
I'm going to start walking up to places without a mask, and when somebody tells me shit, I'm going to be like, nope. Did you see what the CDC said? I don't got to wear it.
I'm still gonna wear a mask just because I look
You look
like
like Mortal Kombat
Yeah,
character. I know.
I don't mind. Fuck.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to wear a mask for the longest time. I don't want people to look at my face.
You at least need one of the cool ones, like your brother with the little breathing hole.
Yeah. No one cared. Do I put on a mask?
Okay, my last
I
song.
come to die with your city.
My last song, if you like, I got cut off or sidetracked when I talked about The Weeknd again, because he's my favorite singer. But last song, Kendrick Lamar featuring The Weeknd, "Pray for Me" from the Black Panther.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just one of my good, a good song, and I'm sure everybody's heard it by now. So.
You gon' pray for me, take my pain for me, save my soul for me, 'cause I'm alone to see. If I'm gon' die for you, if I'm gon' kill for you, then I spill this blood for you. Hey.
I fight the world, I fight you, I fight myself, I fight God, just tell me how many burdens left. I fight pain and hurricanes, today I wept. I'm trying to fight back tears, flood on my doorsteps. Life we live in hell, puddles of blood in the street, shooters on top of the building, government aid ain't relief. Earthquake, the body dropped, the ground.
Just, good to get the pump going.
Yeah, bump it. So is that your list?
Yeah, that's
nice,
it.
Nice.
It. Yeah, I remember earlier when I sent you that list and you were like, that's 9. And I was like, no, count again. And it was 10.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so my
Here
number.
we are, number 1.
Yeah, my number
For you?
1 is "Bow Down" by I Prevail.
Wow.
So.
Actually, I have something to say after you're done.
What I was gonna say, I Prevail. I've been following them for, I would say, for a couple of years now, but I haven't actually give their newest album a listen. And I did recently. Their newest
You need
album,
to.
Trauma,
Oh,
which like
you have.
my top 3 I Prevail songs are just in that album. So "Bow Down" is badass. If you're looking for the best workout song right now, it's kind of, because the thing about like I Prevail, like I said, they're one of those bands that have the metal screaming and then also have the singing rock
Soft.
melody. So it's cool. And
That you can understand.
Yeah, exactly.
You will never know what's the price I pay. Look into my eyes, we are not the same. Yeah, this is where you fall apart. Yeah, this is where you break. 'Cause I'm making sure you know my name. 'Cause I gave my life, gave it everything. Yeah, this is where you fall apart. Yeah, this is where you break. To everybody who's out there.
and the music video for this song is badass because the music video is like kind of like a Hostel, like the movie Hostel.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that where the guy that's the screamer in the band, they're like dragging him into a dark room, and they sit him in a chair and tie him up, and then they just plug this like electric socket thing in the back of his neck, and it's basically the whole room is filled with a bunch of like rich producer. They basically represent music producers. They're it's like a bunch of rich music producers, and they're passing around money, and you're sitting in the chair and they're just like checking off this checklist of what they're gonna do with them. Like, put a leather jacket on them, and then like they have a clipboard and it says like, and it's so true because it's like so deep. Clipboard says, oh, screaming vocals doesn't make enough money, do you want to remove screaming vocals? So basically the whole point of the music video is that they sat this guy that's a musician, they sat him in a chair, and literally they basically created how they want him to be. They put a leather jacket on him, they removed his screaming vocals, they cut his hair. So it's like literally a metaphor for literally the music industry. Do you think all these top pop artists are doing everything they want to do? No. They're making the money, so they're keeping their mouth shut, and they're cool, and they're living their life and they're partying. But in reality, if you told them, hey, how do you want to do it? I guarantee you their music and everything, their look, everything would be different. But you got all these top pop artists, and that's why they're number one, because they have all these billion-dollar companies behind them saying, hey, you need to do this. You need to look like this. Hey, cut your hair. Hey, why don't you get this,
That's
you know,
terrible.
why don't you dye your hair this color? Why don't you start wearing this? Why don't you start driving this?
They're all different.
Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
They're not the way that they're portrayed to be.
Yeah, that's how you're on top. You're on top by listening to whatever sells. Yeah, they just whatever sells money. That's how it goes. And I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but
I don't know about that.
While you're on the topic of, I know you mentioned like the music video for this song. Your number one was actually crazy. Let me tell you about another crazy video that I forgot to add to my list. By Mushroom Head.
You actually I forgot about that fucking song.
Mushroom Head.
Oh my god!
Right.
I would have put that on my list.
I think you pronounce it QWERTY or something like that.
It's like the first couple. It's like the first couple things on the keyboard. QWERTY. QWERTY. Oh, I totally forgot about. Oh man, I can't wait to hear that song.
Badass video. Y'all have to see it.
Oh man,
you have to.
I want to work out now.
Right, me too. Oh my god, me too. Yeah, I actually missed it this whole time.
Yeah, no, gyms are open.
Yeah.
And
it's time for the workout music. It's good that we made this list. Now we know what to go to when we're at the gym and we're like, what should I put on?
Oh, fuck yeah. So we hope if you're interested in new music to work out in the gym, we helped you out. Give all these songs a try. And I think that's it today. Or we gotta get out of here.
I'm getting hungry. When are we eating dinner?
Eat.
Let's make dinner.
Yeah, let's eat.
We're trying something new, spaghetti squash.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I've never had it.
I've had it. It's pretty good. It's just like spaghetti.
But I actually found this recipe on Pinterest: garlic parmesan spaghetti squash. We'll see how it goes. Oh, with shrimp. With shrimp. I forgot to mention.
Sounds good. Oh yes. On that note, people, let's eat.
Let me pour more of this Gloria ready to enjoy Reserva margarita wine cocktail.
Nice.
Strawberry flavored. Yeah.
So,
I think it's if you live in Texas, you can get it at any HEB. So if you're listening and you're in Texas, and you're over 21, of course.
Yes. And if you're listening and you're anywhere else that's not, somebody that we know, thank you so much. That's
honestly,
so cool that we're reaching you.
Yeah.
So thank you. If you want to support us in the podcast, just follow us on social media at the CayVin Universe. And
you can also email us at the CayVinUniverse@gmail.com.
That's right. Any questions, comments, and concerns, go ahead and drop an email right there. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you so much for listening.
Peace and love, guys.
And you will hear from us soon.
Bye.